Welcome back to the Manga Sloth News Network, where I, the Manga Sloth, aka Slow Boy, bring you all the news about manga. We have some breaking news coming in from Yen Press. We have some special things that they are bringing out and bringing to the people. Let's get straight in and look at all this insane manga coming down the pipeline. Okay, so straight away we have from Callista Gonzalez. My hookup at Yen Press sent me all the deets, so we don't have to be looking and digging all over the internet. We have them here. We got information about them. We got pictures. We got details. We got the good. We got some special stuff coming out. So let's check this out. So we had fresh news coming out that Yen Press held its annual industry panel at Anime Expo, and they released the goods on the manga coming out from Yen Press, IZE Press. So jumping straight in, we got Sword Art Online, ABEC artwork, New World. I know tons of people love Sword Art Online. It's just mind-boggling how much Sword Art Online stuff there is once you really start getting into it, all the side stories and everything. And it says this is the third collection of the illustration highlights from volumes 16 to 22 from the main story, as well as volumes 1 through 3 of Sword Art Online Progressive. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you do. And it has new illustrations you will not find anywhere else. Next here we have Hereditary Triangle. That sounds like a cool name. 3 childhood friends thought they'd always be together. They've spent their youth in a strange love triangle. 2 boys fighting over who would date Yuko, if I'm saying that right. But suddenly one day that life ends. Kajiwara goes missing, and Kutaro takes his sweetheart's hand in marriage. Now middle-aged, Kutaro is left to wonder, would his wife have chosen differently if Kajiwara was still around? On a visit to his hometown, the memories come rushing back. We got a love triangle, we got a lot of stuff going on, emotional thing, and maybe figuring out some things. Sounds cool. Next up we have Loophole Has a Dream. Boy, I'm not saying that right. I know that. Lucio? I don't know. Read that word. Read it in your own mind. A lot of these covers aren't final, but they look pretty good. So even if they were final, that cover looks pretty sweet. Awakened by a radiant light, that person realized he'd been asleep for a long time. Stretching into the horizon before him lay an abandoned world. Whatever life had once taken root here was long gone, leaving him all alone except for Claude, now with a self-proclaimed 500-year-old archmage for his only companion. He set off on a journey to discover how alone the two truly are. That sounds cool. I definitely will probably try that one. We have Blend S. What's this one about? High schooler Micah can't seem to land a part-time job, so when an opportunity comes knocking, she's up for anything. Waitressing at a cute cafe sounds perfect. The manager demands that waitress adopt a quirk in their service. What the heck does that mean? Not a problem. She's ready to act flirty or hot and cold, or like a little sister. That might be a tough one for our cheery and caring heroine. The original manga behind the popular anime. Don't know about this, don't know the anime. If you know the anime and you like the anime, or you've wanted to try this, I mean, now's the time. Now is the time. Then we got Be My Worst Nightmare. Seo, a high schooler who's insecure about his height, witnesses his crush getting rejected by a tall and handsome boy, and he challenges him to contest after contest, but he can't win a single time. Nothing gets under his skin more than when he calls him cute, but he starts having strange dreams about a certain someone embracing him, and soon enough the dreams dissolve into something even deeper. I think some people are definitely looking forward to that one. We got Revenge Agent Hizumi-san. Hizumi is a revenge agent professionally dishing out just dessert to anyone who may have incurred the wrath of his client. His latest target is an elite salaryman, narcissist, and way more than 2-timing cheater. His task is to teach this piece of trash a lesson by thoroughly humiliating him, body and spirit. He's ready to get his comeuppance. Served with a smile by Hizumi. I don't know about this one. Never heard of it. Looks like it might be a boy's love, maybe? I don't know. We have Stomp Kick Love. What's the best way to relax after a hard day's work? If you ask Kaho, it's to kick back and relax at the bar with her best drinking bro, Akira. A lot of people are named Akira. Sure, everyone around her thinks he's pretty hot, but he smokes, gets in fights, and is a bit of a playboy, so definitely not boyfriend material. But when one thing leads to another and she wakes up in his bed one morning, it makes it infinitely harder to deny that there is absolutely nothing between them. Got a love manga here with some stomps and some kicks. Let's keep rolling. We have With You, Our Love Will Make It Through. A lot of love volumes coming through here. A lot of people are going to be excited. When high schooler Maru bumps into a fellow tardy student, she's surprised to find out he's a beast folk who's to attend her school. After all, it's not rare for beast folk to coexist alongside humans, but it's still uncommon with the prejudice and all. Nervous to meet one at first, she soon learns there's more to him than his furry exterior. In fact, the more she gets to know him, the more she finds herself drawn into him, his steadfastness, his kindheartedness, and his body. It looks neat. The cover is kind of weird. You do not see the dude, though you see his hands. I don't know if those are gloves or not. They almost look like fish hands. They're like cold. They're like blue. Maybe he's like a sea urchin dude or something. A furry sea urchin. Here we have a long named manga here. Before the tutorial starts, a few things I can do to keep the bosses alive. What's this about? As soon as he opens his eyes, the man realizes he has been reincarnated into the world of the famous RPG series Spirit Wars Dungeon Magica. However, it isn't as the protagonist that he was being reincarnated, nor as the background character. With weak abilities, little to no talent, and the catchphrase Naya Haha, he has been born again as a bottom feeder boss destined to die in the tutorial. All that awaits him is his own grim end, but after finding out that his beloved older sister is destined to die from illness, he makes her a promise. I am going to wreck every unfair plot point in this danged world with my own two hands. Taking advantage of his vast knowledge of games, the man decides to rebel against the original scenario, the strongest secret boss, the boss from the saddest route. He sets out to meet all the bosses of the world, but what lies in store? Try saying that 5 times in a row, people. Boy, you know there's a lot going on when they can't just give you, the 3 sentences, the one little tiny paragraph to explain the series. They got to give you a lot. There's a lot going on in there. It sounds like it'll be funny. It kind of sounds like the game, like almost like Boss Monster, if you ever played that. Like sometimes you're I don't know. It sounds neat. A lot going on there. Next up, we have I'm the strongest in this zombie world, but I can't beat this girl. What is going on? In Japan, that's on the verge of ruin, he's surviving alongside a cute underclassman. A sudden zombie outbreak ravages the country amid the fleeing crowds. High school student Yuma ended up being bitten. After afraid of dying, he reunited with his friend's sister, Haruka. For the first time in years, she offers to fulfill his dying wish and be his girlfriend. And with that, Yuma makes his best and final memory. But after becoming a zombie, he retains his consciousness. So basically, a romantic comedy here with your splashes of lewdness, maybe ecchi. Who knows? But it sounds like it would be funny. Sounds like some people will like that. We have Monsterholic. What is this? A monster manga? This is the Masked Ballroom, a place where people revert to beasts, let go of reason and revel in the freedom and anonymity. Here, with the help of a monster supplement, anyone can transform into beasts, and they do as they please. It's the only government-approved slum where people can forget the suffocating atmosphere of the surveillance state. It's the city where Reiji, a young vampire and real monster, and his werewolf partner Suki take on the task of keeping the streets clean. They search for centaurs who have committed hit and runs and fight life and death battles against the urban legends that manifest. And the meeting with the medicine witch will change the fate of Reggie and his friends. A lot going on there. Tiny bit confusing. You almost gotta read it slower than I did, or again, could be good. Sounds interesting. Who knows? We'll have to see. We've got to check it out. We have the BS situation of here we go. What is this? Sugetsu Yumadori. We're gonna go with that. One day, that thing I just said suddenly receives a mysterious request from Nara Yoshino, a classmate of hers she is rather close with. Little does she know, however, that this is only the beginning of a series of bizarre events. Soon after, a girl in a cat hoodie shows up at Yumadori's house, calling herself BS. Thanks to BS, all manager of strange things happen, including toilet borrowing, betrayal, threats, a grapple for freedom, and finally a desperate plea of mercy. Once everything is over, BS asks, "Hey, will you kill the lies with me?" And without knowing why, Yumadori joins BS on her quest. What is happening? I don't know. It sounds like it could be funny. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be funny. I mean, sounds neat. Gonna have to check it out. So here we have a reprint. This is Ubel Blatt 3-in-1 Omnibus. I won't go into this story. If you would like to read it here or check it out, I know a lot of people already have this series. It's been out for a while. I don't know if they were hard to get or not, but now they'll be even easier to get. I know Ubel Blatt was a popular series for a while, so now is the time to get into it. 3-in-1s. Let's go, and let's jump over to some webcomics, and then we're gonna talk about something that people have been raving about on the internet. Let's go. So Yen Press has new acquisition announcements also from the Romantasy webcomics. So I'm assuming that's fantasy, romance, romantasy. I'm assuming. And first we have Men of the Harem. Now the art and covers may not be the same on these either, but they might be, but we'll figure out. Let's see. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. The newly crowned emperor is no exception, wronged by the man who swore to love her through thick and thin. Latal has no illusions of finding a romance when she ascends to the throne. No, she plans to cause her former lover the same agony as she felt when he made another woman his empress, and she'll do so by taking 5 consorts herself. From members of the creative team behind the remarried empress comes riveting tale of a strong-willed ruler, her unprecedented harem, and the alluring men within. Definitely not up my alley, not things that I read, but I know a lot of people out there who will want to read this and try this for sure. Then we have I Tame My Ex-Husband's Mad Dog. 15 years after the death of her father, Reinhardt finds herself traveled back in time to the day of his funeral, alone with the very man responsible for his death, her betrothed. Loath to waste the opportunity, Reinhardt stabs Michael in his leg and is subsequently banished to the cold and isolated domain of Luden. However, her exile turns into a blessing in disguise when she stumbles upon a wild boy in the forest. Meeting this mad dog may be the key to Reinhardt's revenge and the start of a tumultuous romance. I mean, here we go. These are extremely popular type of series, so not up my alley, but I know, like I keep saying, a lot of people are gonna like that one. Then we have Kill the Villainous. If you are a Villainous fan, you hunt that word, and here is one. Iris just wants to die. As an outsider in a place both unfamiliar and hostile toward her, she has tried everything she can to return to her original world. But being reincarnated as the villainess in a romance novel means she is bound to the miserable storyline of her character. Despite desperate to avoid the gruesome future that awaits her, Iris seeks the help of a witch. In a world where the use of magic is considered heretical, will she be able to escape her fate and return home? Sounds simple enough? Sounds cool enough? Sounds like people are gonna buy it and read it. Dece. Let's hop to the creme de la creme, the special thing that was shown off and people are hyping about. And that is right, people. If you can read it here, it is the complete Delicious in Dungeon series box set. And there you go. And there you go. So this box set, obviously, it doesn't say it on here, but I have the original image and it's not final. It may look different than this. It is all 14 volumes going to be in this. The box set is designed to look like a mimic treasure chest that is shown in the manga. So if you have read it already, or you know about it, or you watch the anime, it's supposed to look like a mimic chest. And then that will assumingly fold scroll down and you will see your 14 volume series, which includes a giant poster featuring the monsters and blah blah blah. I plan on getting this and doing a full review, and so everyone will be able to check it out. So if you are sitting on the fence with this, or you have your Delicious in Dungeon volumes already and you want to sell them and buy the box set, or double dip and get this also, I will have the video coming out as soon as this is out, and you will be able to see the full breakdown, see it in someone's hands, and the ability to check out all the inner workings and volumes and everything of it. So that is pretty exciting. If you like free manga, if you like yen press manga, if you like free yen press manga, make sure you're checking out, liking, commenting my videos. I do lots of giveaways, and I don't just announce them on the surface anymore. You gotta watch the videos. I got a lot of giveaways going on, and a lot of them are yen press. Yen press is kind enough to send me manga to try and to let the people try it, and I do spread the love to you all. Thank you for watching. Thanks to yen press. I'll see you all next time.